I'm the National Coordinator of the GEF Small Grants Program in Dominica. The program was launched in Dominica in 2005 as a country program, and to date we have funded 103 projects amounting to a total of over $2.6 million US. Projects are done with community-based organizations, community service organizations, and non-government organizations to enable these community persons to implement activities that will protect and conserve the environment and allow for sustainable livelihoods. Projects are done in the focal areas of climate change, biodiversity conservation, international waters, chemicals, and land degradation and sustainable forest management. These projects include, for example, organic farming, production of compost, tree planting, managing the solid waste, developing ecotourism sites, developing trails, agro-processing such as production of virgin coconut oil and toloma and farine, and also capacity building projects.
Well, the National Steering Committee of GEF SGP is really an organization that is there to ensure transparency and equality in dealing with all of the matters that GEF SGP deals with. What it is a grouping of people who are professionals, who are well versed in the various fields, and what we do is that any project that is submitted to GEF SGP for funding, it has to be discussed, and we'll look at it on its merit. We look at all of the different things that are required. We make recommendations as to how these projects can be improved, and we will decide whether it is possible for funding to be allocated to those projects.
We at the school, it is our dream to establish a green school, and part of the process is trying to use alternative form of energy and also to sustain the agricultural science program which we have at our school. We have solar panels on the roof of our school, and these solar panels, they provide the electricity at our school. We are pleased that our dream of establishing a green school has been supported by the GEF program. So the reduction of our electricity bill from $600, $700, $800 to sometimes merely $20, $16, etc. Of course, this is of tremendous help to us.
GEF Small Grant being an environmentally friendly organization sponsored by the UN, always show an interest in any environmentally friendly project. Hence, the beekeeping industry is looked upon favorably by the organization. They funded a project for our cooperative, which is the Dominica Beekeepers Cooperative. But they also funded a project for another cooperative by the name of, I think, Pure Blossom Hives. But they felt that way wasn't really impacting the way they wanted it to. So they embarked upon putting a national project together.
This project was funded under the OP5 of the Small Grants Program, and what it lends to do is to actually increase honey production in the industry on the island of Dominica presently, and also it needs to create an enabling environment for policymakers. So what it does now is to actually incorporate the three cooperatives: Dominica Beekeepers Cooperative Society, Pure Blossom Hives, and also the Soul Cooperative Society, and also any enthusiasts, whether bee enthusiasts or persons who are interested in participating in the bee industry, persons who wish to go into honey production, soap production using honey as a base, wax, propolis, pollen. So basically any added value products which can be made from honey, persons are encouraged to actually partake in the projects.
The product we are involved in making is virgin coconut oil, and it's a very essential and useful oil, and we found that it was used back in the time of our grandparents and so on. So we decided to work on it. It was a bit difficult at first because we didn't have the machineries to to produce it on a large scale, and we also found out that the oil was needed by a lot of people. So there was a demand for the oil. So we were able to accomplish that demand and meet that demand, all because of the GEF. So GEF assisted us in attaining a lot of equipments from all the way from Malaysia, and they assisted, and right now a lot of strain is off our backs, because before it was very difficult producing a large amount, but GEF assisted us, and we were able to meet that demand now, and also create employment for a lot of persons around the Wesley Woodfortill area. Also the farmers, we assist them also in getting the coconuts sold. So I think that the GEF is very helpful, and we just want to thank them for the assistance in causing us to improve on that product.
It is a group that was an NGO that was set up to develop the community tourism potential of the village, and also to create sustainable jobs for residents of Marigot, particularly some women and youth. We applied to GEF to develop a beach called Sand Bay. Sand Bay is a very scenic beach, coralline. The waters are very shallow and calm. It's a lovely place to bathe and recreate, but it was very inaccessible, so only the residents really knew about it, and you had to go down a steep hill to get to the beach. We were able to get 50,000 US grant funds from GEF, and this was used in a number of ways. First of all, we had capacity building for our members in community tourism business development, and we had another portion which was used to develop a washroom facility on the beach. So we now have toilet facilities there, and we also were able to develop a gazebo, build a gazebo, and build a trail to the beach. So now instead of having to go down the steep incline, we now have a trail which goes along the contour, and it's easier to access the beach, especially older people who were not able to access it before.
I was very much involved in the first compact UNDP project, which took place in Dominica sometime around 2000. I was the coordinator of compact, and we were trying to find ways and means of making the life better for the people around the World Heritage Site, which was in Montreal World Heritage Site. And I worked with the people right around the World Heritage Site, from Girardel right back through to the east, and it was very interesting. And we in Compact had organized eventually to have our own local body in charge of awarding or agreeing to the projects that are going to be put forward. And Dominicans measured up very well to that. I was very pleased that we have done some very good work with the people. And I must say that right now I'm very proud of what Ms. Esprit and the others are doing.